The moon hung low in the sky, its pale light shimmering across the winding countryside road. Glaze wooden toaster hummed softly to himself, tapping his hoof against the steering wheel as his little car rolled along the quiet road. He just finished a long night of performing at the Ponyville Music Hall and was looking forward to heading home, maybe sipping a hot cocoa before bed. But fate had other plans. With a sharp hiss and a thunk, the car lurched to the side. Glaze groaned, pulling over to the side of the road. Oh, come on. Not tonight. He hopped out, brushing his mane aside as he checked the tire. Completely flat. No spare in the back, either. Great. He muttered, kicking a small rock into the grass. Just my luck. As he scanned the area, his eyes caught sight of something in the distance. A tall, dark silhouette, perched atop a nearby hill. A mansion, its windows faintly glowing in the moonlight. The air around it shimmered faintly, as if it were wrapped in a veil of mystery. Glaze tilted his head. Maybe some pony there can lend me a hoof? Or at least a phone. The wind rustled through the trees as he made his way up the hill. The closer he got, the quieter the world became. No crickets, no owls. Only the soft crunch of his hooves on the gravel path. When he reached the porch, he hesitated. The house loomed above him, its walls cracked and ivy creeping up its sides. The massive oak door stood before him like the mouth of some sleeping beast. He swallowed hard, then raised his hoof to knock. Creak. The door swung open on its own. Glaze froze. Hello? His voice echoed faintly through the dimly lit foyer. Everypony home? No answer. Only the faint flicker of candlelight deeper within. He stepped inside cautiously, his hoofsteps clicking against the dusty marble floor. The moment he crossed the threshold, slam! The door behind him slammed shut with a thunderous bang. H! Glaze jumped, spinning around. Okay. Who? S doing that? That's not funny. But when he tugged at the doorknob, it wowed. Hush. Locked. A cold chill crept down his spine. Oh. Great. Just perfect. Trying to steady his breathing, Glaze decided to move forward. The grand hallway stretched ahead, lined with portraits, whose painted eyes seemed to follow him. Cobwebs draped the chandeliers, and every gust of wind made the floorboards groan like something alive. He peeked into one room after another. A dusty parlor, a long-forgotten library, a ballroom frozen in time. Each one carried whispers of the past, faint and sorrowful. As he reached the end of the corridor, he caught something in the corner of his eye. Something moving. He turned quickly. For just a split second, he saw it, a flicker of a white shape gliding soundlessly across the far end of the hall. A ghostly shadow. Glaze's breath hitched. And no way. It's just my imagination. Yeah. He forced a nervous laugh. Maybe I am just tired. But as he continued exploring, the feeling only grew stronger. Whispers trailed just behind him. Footsteps echoed that weird, his own. Once, he swore he felt a cold breeze brush through his mane, even though all the windows were shut. Finally, he found himself in a large drawing room. A fireplace stood cold and dark, yet a single candle flickered faintly on the mantel. Then he saw it again. Clear as day this time. A tall, translucent figure drifting slowly across the room. Its form shimmered like mist, eyes glowing softly in the dim light. Glaze froze, heart pounding. The ghost turned to look at him. W.O. Hey, I come in peace. Glaze stammered, backing toward the wall. I just needed a phone. I didn't mean to. But instead of attacking, the ghost simply stared. Then it raised a hoof, pointing toward the far wall where a door stood half open. Glaze blinked. You want me to go there? The ghost gave a slow nod before fading away like a puff of smoke. Taking a deep breath, Glaze pushed open the door. Inside was a small study, and on the desk, a dusty, old rotary phone. He smiled weakly. Well, guess some pony did help me after all. As he picked up the receiver, he glanced back toward the doorway. For just a moment, he saw the ghost again, smiling faintly as though relieved. Then it vanished once more into the shadows. Glaze dialed for help, his heart still racing. When the tow pony finally arrived an hour later, the mansion stood silent and dark once again. As he drove away, Glaze glanced back through the car window. At the top of the hill, in one of the upper windows, a faint white figure waved goodbye. He smiled softly. Good night, whoever you were. And with that, he drove off into the misty night, never noticing the faint, ghostly tune humming through the air behind him.